What's up? We back with another video. Now today, I want to talk about racism. And this kind of been something that's been on my mind for a long time. And now that I have a channel and have a place where I can kind of like, put the things that I'm feeling into video form and for, a lot of people to see, instead of just, kind of talking with it about people that you're cool with here and there. It kind of just, it stays in my mind. Like, I kind of need to get it out. So I want to go on record and say, not to be controversial, but to really, I want people to really understand what I'm saying. There's no such thing as racism. Now, if somebody was to hear that and they go, what? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, all you gotta do is look back. White people have been putting people down and for years. When you hear people talk about like systematic or institutionalized and all that racism, I don't think that. Here's what I think it is. First off, I want to say this video is a lot of this video is inspired by a guy on here on YouTube named Nutward TV. Now, Styles, he goes by a lot of different names, Mr. Monstrosity and all that. Now I would actually leave the link to his video and to his channel, but he deleted his channel and he deleted his video. So I just kind of want to make add an addendum or caveat my own personal thoughts about it or whatever. So, what do I mean by there's no such thing as racism? Well, firstly, I don't use the term race. I think it's dumb. I think there's only one race, and that's the human race. Oh, that's cheesy, that's corny. Yeah, it's cheesy and corny, but it's the truth. I don't believe that we're different breeds of people. I don't think we're different types of people because your skin is dark, or your skin is pale, or you have more melanin. Your hair grows curly. Your hair grows straight. Some people's noses are wider, some people's noses are thinner and more pointy. That doesn't mean we're different races of people. So because of that, I can't use the word racism if I don't believe in the root word of that, which is race. Now, let's get to the other part. Talking about institutionalized, systemic racism and all that. It is very foolish. I remember I was talking to my dad about this one time. It's very foolish for you to think or ask the people who just so happen to be white. It's very foolish for you to think that to ask the people who stole this land that we live on, which is America, North America. It's very foolish for you to ask them that they stole this land. They set all the precedents. They set all the laws. They said, we're going to hire our own. We're going to put everybody who doesn't look like it, no matter if you're black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. We're going to put all y'all down. We're going to make these projects and ghettos. We're going to, push things that are negative to the community in music, in the media, and all that. It's foolish for you to ask them to stop doing that. It's foolish for you to ask them to ease up a little bit off of that. Hey, could you stop? Could you not do that? Why do y'all do that? Can you let us get ahead? It's almost like, remember when you were little and you and your dad, because this really happens with dads and their sons. Remember when you was little and you and your dad were playing ball, even playing a board game, playing a video game, whatever. And your dad kept whooping you because he's older. He's older, he's bigger, he's stronger. What did you always say? Dad, you would start to get mad and get flustered. Dad, just let me win one. You be crying, let me win one. And your dad would be like, no. Nope, I can't just let you win. The only time your daddy would let you win is if you was crying too much and your mama came outside and she said, just let him win one, shit. But for the most part, your daddy didn't let you win. It's the same thing, I think, You're asking these people who stole this land, you're asking them, give us a chance. Slow down a little bit. Let us catch up. Do you really think they want you catching up to them? No. Of course they're going to make it harder for you to get up to their level, you know? And don't get it twisted neither. It ain't just for blacks and all that. I mean, you hear, you know, when the Italians came over here, they caught a bunch of hell. I'm not trying to downplay and say, because, you know, black folks, we had it the worst. I'm not saying you didn't or whatever. But the Italians, I mean, you can look at the trailer park. You think they caring about them white folks in the trailer park? When people refer to white people, or not white people, people refer to the powers that be, or people say the white people are the devil. They ain't talking about Jimbo that work at FedEx with you. They're not talking about Johnny that works down at Walmart. They talking about the people that talking about. You don't even know their name. You don't know what they look like. You know, those are the ones that pull the levers and pull levers, pull strings, whatever you want to say. You know. But that's just my take on it. I mean, racism doesn't exist because I don't believe in racism. Now, all racism is hatred. And just like, you know, Dude Styles, you know, from Nut War TV that I mentioned, he says it's entitlement. It's entitlement that's passed down from generation to generation, and it's fear also. Don't go over there. See them ones with their skin all dark. Don't go over there. They'll steal from you. They'll rob you. They'll kill you. And then that's when they get grown up, or they get grown up. They grow up believing this stuff to the point where somebody that doesn't look like them, pale skin, long blonde or brunette or brown hair, black hair, you know, blue eyes, whatever. If you don't look like me, I'm either afraid to the point where I'm gonna cross the street if you start walking up the street, or I'm gonna be afraid to the point where I want to fight you or beat you up or kill you or hang you or whatever. Y'all, you go look up Frankie Lyman. You know, when he performed a Little Bitty Pretty One in 1960, I think. And, you know, all them little white girls in the audience thought he was white. And he come out there and they were like, oh, you know, that comes from their parents. That's that hatred, fear, and entitlement being passed down. So now you don't even know why you don't even like these people. I used to have a friend, he was an older guy. And he said, you know, he was an older white guy. We used to work together. And he said, you know, I used to not like black people. I guess it went for anybody, but I guess it's more, you know, white, and I guess the white and the black is the strongest of the two. I used to not like black people, he said. He said, I learned it from a stepfather. Or was it his real father? But anyway, he said he learned it from him. But then he didn't like him because he started to hate him because he was beat his mama and stuff like that. So then he said, well, now I started to see. I said, he's telling me to hate these people because they black or whatever. But he's white, and look what he's doing in my own house. He's beating my mama. He's beating me. So that's when I started to realize it's bad and everything. He said he was like 12 when he realized that. So I do kind of want to go into this. See, I'm going on 10 minutes. That's not bad, but I did kind of want to make this. I want to kind of go back into this and maybe make like a part 2. But yes, to end this video off, racism don't exist. Institutionalized racism don't exist. Systemic racism doesn't exist. But let me say this before I end this video. I'm not saying that to say that, the powers that be, or the white people or whatever, they're not doing nothing. It's all in our heads that people can't, that kids in the ghetto have poor education system. No, that's not. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist. I'm saying that the reason that that exists is because they're the ones who started all this. So it's foolish to say, give us a shot. Like I said earlier, slow down a little bit. Let me catch up to you. Let me score a couple buckets. Let me hit a couple home runs. Let me get a couple outs so we can get out this inning or whatever sports thing you want to use. Just understand that I think that we're so. It's all this is by design. They want everybody fighting with each other so you won't see what they're doing. Look at the COVID. That's why nobody saw this stuff coming. Because how can we see it coming when we're too busy fighting and arguing amongst each other and Trump this and Biden and all these people that we shouldn't give a shit about because they don't give a shit about us. They came and swept the rug, and they've done it all throughout history, and they're gonna keep on doing it. So I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I would love to hear, some comments. I'm gonna put this on Facebook and Instagram too. Don't just read the title. You ain't been on the internet. You've been on the internet for years. You know to watch something first before you just say what how does that no. Yes, racism does exist. Listen to what I'm saying in the video first, and then give me your thoughts. Give me some feedback. Give me some where you think I'm wrong at, respectfully. But that's where I think I'm gonna leave it. Racism doesn't exist. Race doesn't exist. We all one. They don't want us to unite now. They never want us to unite. So just remember that. All right, peace.